We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start by running the option to the right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Ready. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You don't know no better.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
That's another Washington Redskins.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Haskins will throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On first down, this is Geis looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
56.
Wentz. And an alley to run. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Redskins scoop it. And some room to roam now. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you got to make the change up. And it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
This is Geis, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's got it. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 56. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Wentz now on first down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Here we go. 120. Ram. Double. Watch out.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Here we go. Hey, one set. Check.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they run with Howard. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Redskins 14, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Haskins to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike, 53. 50.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. On 1st down, here's Love. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a carry for Sanders, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go. 20! 54! 40! 82! 40! Lefty! Check! Hey, Lou! Here, shift! Hatchet!
From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Haskins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 2nd and 12, Wentz, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
Here's Wentz to throw. And this is caught off a deflection. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Wentz now to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Haywood! 56 to Mike, boy, 56. Check 56.
Working from the gun, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 180. Lion.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Running from the gun with Howard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Down the man inside. Down the man. Check 99. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
54 Mike. Watch.
40. Kill. Hey, box truck.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He's going to go for a big play down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Alshon Jeffrey, so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
With the score, Eagles 16.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Throwing now is Wentz. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Haskins to throw it. And this one complete to Reed. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 4th down, here's Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
He's checking. Crash. No.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Philadelphia.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up.
They run with Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I know you felt that one.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Again, it's Howard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Keep it up, guys. Watch twist. Watch twist. Lucky.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
We've seen this offense go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,